What's up, guys? It's Sunday. Had a bunch of running around to do this morning. A lot of stuff is changing for me, so these last couple of days have been pretty difficult to film and do stuff, but I've been trying, but you know how it goes. So my voice is cracking still. I still have like something from that like cold I have. I like don't have a voice, but you can hear it. But anyway, so I don't even know where to begin. A lot of stuff is changing, and I'm discovering things aren't working the way I want them to, and I guess I'll explain. I can't afford, let's say afford, to bring content to you guys. So I need to like change my style. Like last weekend I went to California. While I was there, I got the chance to drive Marco's 135 1M clone with an S65 with a 4.6 Dynan stroker. It was the most amazing car I've ever driven. It was so refined. It was like you got the race car feel, but it didn't have like the negatives of a race car. Like you could drive it on the street comfortably. AC worked, all that stuff. It was awesome. But I'm kind of bummed because I saved that video for Corner Balanced, which was always my plan. I didn't know how you guys would respond to those style of videos. And when I talked about Corner Balanced, the new channel, I got 13,000 subscribers, and I appreciate every one of you guys. That's awesome. But because I can't put out regular content, my first video with the Evo 2 hit 45,000 views. That's cool. Like the views are cool because it tells me that my content is reaching people, which is the whole idea. I'm not doing this for 5 people. Then the second video got 25,000 views. That was Bill's 240. That was still good. 12,000, 13,000 subs, 25,000 views. Sick. Marco's video, which to be honest with you, you're gonna see at the end of this video because I'm putting it in this video, is my best work ever. The cinematography is good. The car is awesome. Given the situation I was working with, the video came out awesome, but it only got 5,000 views, which sucks because there's 60,000 of you that are subscribed to me, that are interested in watching me, and only 5,000 people saw that video on Corner Balance. So I'm gonna upload that video in this video today, Sunday, for everyone to see. Let me know if you like that style of video. I won't do them often. It took a lot of time. It was that video took all day to film. We drove around forever. It was fun, and I got to drive like the sickest car ever, but it just seems you guys aren't into that type of content, and I get it. You guys want to see like what I'm doing and what Rudnick's doing and Grant and all my friends and all that stuff. So I'm probably gonna stop going out of my way to get content. And what I mean by that is this weekend was Climb to the Clouds. I wanted to go, a big part of me wanted to go. It was 5.5 hour ride, and no one wanted to go, and it was just like, is the video going to do well enough to justify going? Things that I want to go to that are local are no problem, but to fly to California, drive to New Hampshire, kind of to bring content for you guys, it's not working for me. I'm not able to afford it, and I don't mean that in like a money way. I mean that like time and money and just everything else. And the other thing is traveling like that screws up my videos for the week. You know, like if I travel to California, I lose a day traveling. I stay there for 2 days, fly back, I lose a day flying back. You know, it's just like same with New Hampshire. If I had driven to New Hampshire yesterday, then filmed in New Hampshire, then drove home, it's just a nightmare the way it works. So I don't know. A lot of things are changing around here. Me and Rudnick kind of have like a big announcement that we're gonna make as soon as we like iron out all the details. Shit's about to change with me and Rudnick, and it's gonna be awesome. But I don't know. It's just there's gonna be changes, and I hope you guys stick with me. I hope you guys stay around. There's gonna be lows. There's gonna be highs. I can't come out with fire content every day. It's impossible. I don't think there's a single YouTuber that does, except for like Casey and like H3. I've been watching a lot of H3. But anyway, I hope you guys like this video of Marco's car. Like I said, you don't even get to see in the video how amazing the car is, but it puts a totally different perspective on cars for everyone. This car was featured on Jay Leno's Garage. Matt Farah drove it on Drive, and I got to drive it. So besides Marco and the race car driver that drives the car, I'm one of the 3, Jay Leno, Matt Farah, and me. So watch the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. And stay tuned this week. I'm doing a lot of stuff on the slick top. I know I said that last week, but I was waiting for parts. This week, pretty sure I have everything figured out. And I'm gonna try to get the slick top done pretty quickly. It's like a lot of like not interesting work. Bolting subframes, I said it. Bolting suspension, bolting seats in. But I've got some cool little projects throughout the week, especially one on the interior that I think you guys are gonna like. So stay tuned. Let me know what you think. And I hope you guys enjoy the Marco video because this took me a lot of time and I had an awesome time. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.
We're out here. Marco let me borrow this spiffy jacket because it's freezing. Why is it so cold? We got to do something.
It's not cold.
We need
San Francisco.
That's the best part of the car. Like I love little bullshit like that, you know.
It's not
a shifter.
Yeah. And it's CAE shifter with hard-mounted transmission.
Oh, is that what does it?
Yeah. You
So
see, like
precise.
even the diff and the rear subframe, all hard-mounted.
Right.
You know, with the Heim jointed arms.
And it's not bad. Like everyone always complains about like NVH and all that. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like when you're really high in the R's, you can feel it a little bit, but doesn't BMW hard mount everything now anyway? Like stock?
They do. So starting with the F10 M5, they hard mounted the rear subframe and then took that, translated it forward with the M4 and the M2.
And I've driven an M4, you don't notice.
Yeah. Most of the vibration actually comes from the diff.
Right.
I personally don't mind it. It's
Right.
kind of just like being in an airplane. But
Yeah, exactly.
I bought this car. This is the first BMW I ever owned. I bought it with, I think it had 23,000 miles. And it had some nice factory BMW performance parts on it, and I really didn't expect to do that much with it.
Right. What made you like start?
Well, it initially started as a street car, so really I just wanted, you know, more power for the street. So, you know, I did all the basics. You know, I did a tune, I did downpipes, intercooler, intake filter. You know, I had some, you know, some decent coilovers and a few other things on the car. Nothing crazy. Yeah, you know, I just built it as a street car, started taking it to the track, and yeah, it was a lot of fun on the track, but it would just heat soak with the turbo motor. So
What tracks did you run it on?
mostly just Thunderhill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's when we got talking about doing the V8 swap, and I think the V8 swap was a swap that, you know, everyone talked about. You know, I wasn't, you know, I don't think me or anyone involved in the project is unique coming up with that idea. I think when the E92 came out, everyone loved the motor, but like, this car's heavy, it's big. What if, you know, it was smaller and lighter? And then I think when the 1M came out, it came out with an N54, which a lot of people were disappointed. A lot of people wanted it to have the X65 motor. You know, so it was a swap that a lot of people talked about, that a lot of people wanted. I just think, you know, I was in the right place. Performance Technic had the right staff, and you know, we just were the right people to do the swap, and we just did a really good job with it. You know, I think the techs did the swap. They really, you know, took pride in making everything work, and making everything run like a factory car, which is exactly what I wanted and envisioned.
Right.
So they really didn't disappoint me on that front. But the finished car with the 4-liter was so good. I mean, it's indescribable. When you drive an N54 on track, it's fun, you know. It has a progressive throttle curve. It like throws you in the back of your seat. Like, it feels like a freaking rocket ship. But it's hard to predict, and as it gets hotter, it heat soaks and gets a lot softer. The throttle gets delayed. So when you go to the 4-liter, the throttle's just linear. It's instant. It's the same no matter what temperature. And it's just such an easier and more predictable car to drive.
Yeah, it feels awesome.
Yeah.
And then when you did the dining, like, that just
Yeah, so
icing on the cake there, right?
where the S65 swap in itself was, you know, something that came out of imagination, it came out of discussion that not just, you know, like I said, everyone's had. Once you do the S65 swap, you go back to discussing, you go back to ideas and talking about things. And, you know, the obvious thing to talk about would be, what if, you know, the car instead had a stroker, a 4.6 liter. So that was something we always talked about and obsessed about. A lot of my friends have E92s, and we always, you know, always talked about strokers. And, you know, what if. But I ended up finding a Dynan built S3R, which is their signature package M3. It had all of their parts, including the stroker. And I found that car in Washington for like $55,000. And this is years ago, which at the time is a super good deal. The motor itself is about 30 grand.
Right.
That's excluding the core charge, shipping, tax, etc. So I thought it was a smoking deal, and I bought that E92, and I enjoyed that car for a while. But you know, naturally, you know, there was always in the back of my mind, I always knew that that motor was going to come out of that E92 and go into the 1 Series, and later we did that.
And this thing, you did like the 1M wide body while it's still at the N54?
Yeah. So basically, the timeline of the car was bought the car, lightly modified it, got it to full bolt-on, enjoyed it in that sense. Then I went, did the Evolution Raceworks wide body front end, which allowed me to run the square setup, which really dialed out a lot of the understeer, because these cars understeer like a freaking pig.
Right.
In narrow body form from the factory, and they only get worse when you tune them. So I drove that for a while. Then I did the 1M body work on the car, so I had it as a 1M clone with the N54 full bolt on, and then we put the 4 liter, and then did the 4.6 liter stroker.
It's sick. And this has carbon roof. What else is carbon on this?
Yeah, so you know, in addition to just throwing power on a car, you know, you really have to balance the chassis out, and you really have to take weight out. You know, BMWs are notoriously heavy, so you know, we lighten the car through a bunch of Revo Sport parts. So you know, the hood, the trunk, we took out the roof and we put on their 1x1 carbon roof. You know, we deleted the rear seats. We put on a roll bar. The car has Recaro Profi SPA seats, which cut a lot of weight out of the car. Deleted the curtain airbags, cut a lot of weight out of the car. Did other things, run a smaller battery, you know, and just really look at where we can cut weight out.
It really doesn't, it really feels like a lot lighter. Like I could feel it, you know what I mean? Like I had the 135 and then now my buddy has it, and it just still, it's heavy. This thing that just feels nimble and ready to go.
Yeah.
What?
This video's gonna be insane.
This thing is sick. Driving it was awesome. Marco's the man for letting me take it down the
Dude,
road.
of course, man. Like,
And
I'm just glad you made it out here. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like I've been telling you to come out here for like
It's been a
3
while.
years or something.
Maybe if I had come out sooner, I would be driving one of these.
That's true. Yeah.
You
If
know?
you came out here and drove this while you were still sitting on all those parts, I guarantee you'd have it.
A Daytona Violet on Hurricane.
Yeah, you'd be
That would've
driving
been-
it. You still
would've
got the
been all-
Hurricane Club?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, damn.
So that's it. We're gonna try to make our way back to the city now. What are we, like 30, 40 minutes out?
About like 45 minutes.
Yeah. That's the end of the video.